kids. Anybody else is watching? This is Uncle Martin. I'm not really running that late. I said between 5 and 5:30, so basically I'm pretty much right on time. I've got a little slob right here. Ready for one of these? Okay. Well, I have Skippy over there. He's having some issues. He's not going to jump up on me today. I got news for you. He's full of mud and a bunch of other stuff that I cannot talk about. But what I can talk about is, well, I got a question out there for anybody. Who do you believe to be the best fighter, boxing fighter in the world? Who do you feel, out of all their challenges, trials, and tribulations, would you consider to be the best fighter, boxing fighter in the world? Now, I've got my views, but I was just wondering, is there anybody out there? I know I got a lot of different age, different experienced individuals. And so I was just saying, what do you think? Anybody out there got a thought on the absolute best boxing, well, it could be a fight itself, but I would go with, who do you feel is the best all-round world champion in the whole wide world? Anybody yet? Okay, that's all right. I'm still working on getting my notes together here, which I seem to have misplaced because my dog, who is full of all kinds of stuff, attempted to jump up on me. And hopefully it's not going to happen. Okay, what do we got here? What the heck's all my... Did I take the wrong book? I don't think so. Okay, keep going. All right, I got my views. There's okay, so you can make this choice by how many fights did the boxer actually, how many knockouts did the boxer have in his career? Or you can go for strategy. You could go for panache, the way they carried themselves in public, and things of that nature. And I cannot believe this. I think I took the wrong book. That would be terrible. I'd have to go by memory, and that would be very difficult. Look at this guy. See how muddy he is or not? He's got all kinds of stuff on him that I cannot have on me. Nope, sorry. Can't do it. Not today. Not today, buddy boy. Okay, so I'm going to have to go page by page. Sorry, just bear with me. I've got... I say no. No, it ain't going to happen today. You are a mess. It's not that I'm mean, but he's filthy. He's filthier than I've ever seen him. I think he got a hold of some cat stuff, you know what I mean? You know how dogs roll around and stuff? Why would they do that? I don't know. But I believe that's what happened. Okay, so I'm going to just throw it out there. The thumbnail is going to be on the thumbnail. Okay. The greatest boxer in the world. Greatest boxer in the world is the thumbnail. Now, a lot of you kids and people, in the 60s and the 70s, boxing was one of those things, and wrestling on TV, that kind of stuff. We didn't have many channels. We only had like five, maybe 6 channels. So we were glued to television, just probably like you are. But right now we have like over 1,000 channels. Back then, was 5 or 6. So they had you. They had your attention. And when it came to boxing, man, everybody was watching it. That's all. Definitely 60s and 70s. So I'm gonna have to me personally, I will have to go with Muhammad Ali. Look at that guy over there. That looks like Brandy behind me. Hey, Brandy's coming through. Well, it's getting sundown. They're about time to eat. All my 22 ferals, my birds, and my starving dogs. So my choice would have to be Muhammad Ali. Why would I do that? Because he came into this planetary body in 1942, and he left in 2016. Now, as I looked up where he made his transition it was 6 miles from my house in Arizona. Imagine that. I was growing up in Jersey, and he was over there. So who was following who? I don't know. But he had something that I don't believe any other fighter had. Okay. Well, he had the same grade average as Uncle Martin. By the time I got to my last high school, my grade average was a D, and I believe his, when he graduated, was a D. Well, that's what I heard. Now they might have changed it because Google changes things all the time. As a matter of fact, in it was 74 or 75, I was on the Jersey Central Railroad in New Jersey, and I heard him speak in a college. The college, I could have swore it was in Harvard. But as I look it up, Google's saying, no, it wasn't 74, it was 75. And it was a poem on we and something else. And I looked up that poem, and it's not the poem that I wrote down back in, I believe it was 1974. And that's why, well, that's why I'm going to read it. Muhammad Ali, he said he made this poem up. But as you look into this poem, people say he plagiarized. He did not give this. This is not from him. And as you look at poems, because it's this one happens to be on truth. I can't find a doggone thing on him saying a poem on truth. Boy, I'm glad I wrote it down, because they took it off. They took it away. And that's what I'm saying. Once you get something on Google, write it down, because you never know when they take back the information that they originally gave you. It's quite amazing. So he wrote this. Now he said he wrote it, and I was back when I had looked it up. They said he was a liar and that he did not write this. Somebody else did, and I could say I could care less. Truth is truth. Lie is a lie, and it's for us to have discernment to tell the difference. And I believe my last live episode was on discernment, so this works in quite well with what I'm talking about. Hey, what do we got here? Got my glasses on. Made it in Belarus. Hey, Belarus, how you doing? And Tom Taman, Bounty Hunter. Hey, welcome back. I got a poem for you guys. It's from Muhammad Ali. It's on truth. And he did it in Harvard, I know, because I watched it on television back then. And now you can't find a doggone thing on it, so maybe you can. And this is the poem of Muhammad Ali's truth, which is very important these days, by the way. There's a lot of lies going on, and truth, and we have to have discernment to know the difference. As I said in my last live episode, discernment. It's okay. Here's the poem. I had to write it down because even I have such a memory, but I like to know what Well, you know. Okay, Brandon. Hey, Uncle. How are you doing today? I'm doing fantastic, Baragorn. And Tan Man, Hunter Hunter, Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter. Actually, there was a movie on that, wasn't there? That guy that went. I wonder what happened to the Bounty Hunter. That guy. Anybody know? You look very cool, Uncle. Hey, bless your heart. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm going through this poem because it's very, very important that we. Muhammad Ali was a fighter. For anybody that doesn't know, he had 37 knockouts, but that doesn't really matter. Um, all right, I'm going with this now, guys. Bear with me. You sit down. This guy wants another goodie, not right now. Okay, I'm gonna take my glasses off. I don't need these right now. I know the sun's about to come down. It's still kind of warm in Arizona. Okay, here we go. I don't have my glasses, but I think I can get through this. All right. How many days of the week are you going live? Tan Man, Bounty Hunter. I have no intention of going live. All right, but I have been for the last month, and apparently you've missed a few of them. So when I don't go live, you might want to check them out. This week, I'm not going to make any promises, but technically I will be up and going at between 5 and 5:30 Arizona time. Okay, that's all I can give you right now because my schedule's changing, and I don't want to promise anything. All right. Once again, I've got to do this poem. I've written poems in the past, but this one is fantastic. On truth. Okay, here we go. The face of truth is open. The eyes of truth are bright. The lips of truth are ever closed. The heart of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward. The gaze of truth is straight. Truth never has fear or doubt. Truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching. The voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple. All that you see, you reap. The soul of truth is flaming. The heart of truth is warm. The mind of truth is clear and firm in rain or storm. Facts are but its shadows. Truth stand alone all sin. Great be the battle in life. Truth in the end will win. The image of truth is Christ. Wisdom message its rod. Sign of truth is the cross. Soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal. These are great words. These are great words by Muhammad Ali. Whether or not he actually wrote the poem doesn't matter. Truth is truth. And as they say, eventually, oil is truth. And eventually it rises to the surface. And that's the way truth is. As much as they want to keep truth down, it eventually rises to the surface. And as we know, a lot of truth is coming out right now. And some people are trying to say, oh, no, it's a lie. But we know better because the light is coming stronger on this planet on many levels. Hey, Pedro. Hey. So, finishing up with Muhammad Ali. Some people say, no, he wasn't the best fighter of the world. Or he wasn't a world... Yes, he was... I feel the best because of these reasons. Now, as I look up, okay, so he had 37 knockouts. All right, big deal, right? That's what you say, 37 knockouts. Comparing it to Billy Bird. Billy Bird had 139 knockouts, and he was from 1920 to 1948. That was a while back, wasn't it? And then you got Archie Moore. and he had knockouts. It was 132, just under Billy Bird. And he was between 1935 and 1963, and he won the world heavyweight once. Now my point being is, sure, Muhammad Ali, he only won. He only had 37 knockouts, but he won the world championship heavyweight 3 times. Nobody's ever done that, right? Not only that, but this guy was, he was funny. He was a comedian, but he had a way of putting things out there. Some people loved, some people hated. I always liked it. Maybe it was just me. Okay, what do we got here? Baragun, yeah, Uncle Martin. He was more than a fighter. He was a genius, politic, activist man. Absolutely. You know why? You know why he was that way? Baragun, you're very, very, very astute. See, when I remember him when I was a kid, it was he was Cassius Clay, and then all of a sudden, I think it was like 1964 or so, or whatever year it was, they wanted him to go to war. They wanted to go to war. Know what he said? Know what Muhammad Ali said? He says, "Why? Why would I go fight in someone else's backyard?" And man, is that not true? Now, technically, America is our backyard. So if anybody comes in to do us harm in our backyard or front yard in America, that's where Americans would stand up and stop it from happening. But his point was, why should he go to someone else's backyard to do some fighting? So what he did was he said, no, he's not going to do it. And then they were really upset about that. So he changed his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali. And I wasn't very happy with that, because when anybody ever changes their name, yeah, it's hard for you to assess a different individual. You know what I'm saying? But as you look into it, the guy was a genius. He put things out there, and then he went for it was against his religion. But they took all his titles away. That kind of really upset him too. So he won 3 times the world champion heavyweight. No one's ever done that before. He was the greatest. Muhammad Ali was the greatest. And if you got any different ideas on that, throw them at me now. Or maybe after I post this, give me something, all right? I'm just saying. So, Jacqueline Leclerc, written, said hi. Hey, Jacqueline. Hello. A lot of people are tuning in late, but that's okay. The thumbnail is on who's the great, I forget, who's the greatest boxer in the world. I have to look back on what I said. I don't want to change my thumbnail now. Who's the greatest boxer? There you go. Who is the greatest boxer? I want to have some information here on how you feel. Now, somebody's already agreed with Uncle Martin that they think of Muhammad Ali not only was great, but he had politics in a humorous way, and that was pretty cool, because back then everybody was gung-ho for going to war. He wasn't. Yet he was a fighter, and he would love to fight. If someone came in our yard, I think he'd be the first one there. And that's how Uncle Martin kind of feels about it too. God forbid somebody come in, to my backyard, let alone my whole part of the United States, and try to do, my family or friends harm, because that I'd have to stand up as a true patriot. That's the way it would work. I wouldn't go hide in the closet like some of these people, because they have different views about America. Okay, Baragun, Muhammad Ali to me. So you're saying, Baragun, Muhammad Ali is your choice? Is that what you're saying? That's what I'm feeling. So, just a little tidbit of information. He He only lost about 5 fights in his career. And I find that to be very speculative because I watched those fights, and I think he won them all. Well, maybe, yeah, even Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier in 1971, it was called the fight of the century. And I think they just wanted more money. They wanted a rematch because I think Ali won in 1971, but they gave it to Joe Frazier. Oh well. From there, went to 1973. It was Ken Norton. Now Ken Norton broke Muhammad Ali's jaw, and I still think Muhammad Ali won that fight, but Ken Norton got the prize. Okay, and then after Ali, I believe the stats show that after he healed up, he came back and kicked Norton's butt for sure. I think he knocked him out. I don't remember what round it was, but he knocked Ken Norton out, probably because he broke his jaw. And then there's Leon Spinks. That was in 1978. He lost to him. I don't think so. Then Larry Holmes in 1980, and then Trevor Burbeck in 1981. They're saying he lost to all those guys. I don't think so. I think it was fixed. Yeah. Hey, are fights ever fixed? Come on. No. No way. Okay, Bergen. Yeah, Uncle. Actually, the Money is the greatest boxer of all time. Actually, the Money is the greatest boxer. The Money is the greatest boxer of all time. Well, money is what draws the people to watch a fight, and it's sort of like the lottery. We just had one in Arizona. It was up to millions and millions and millions. Nobody's winning, and then all of a sudden it hit a billion, a billion. There was a guy I knew at work. He didn't go to the lottery for over 20 years, and they got him for I think $150. Well, he went 20, 20, then he went more. And I said, you haven't gone to the, you haven't bought one ticket in 20 years, and they got you this time? They got you again, didn't they? And he said, yeah. If you're going to do the lottery, just buy one ticket. If it's meant to be, God's will, the angels, you'll get it. Throwing a lot of money out there usually doesn't do very well, okay? And actually, I didn't even buy one. I haven't bought one in over 30 years. Okay, okay, Berrigan. Mike Tyson got beaten by a millionaire kid. Okay, talking about Mike Tyson, that's pretty funny because not that I was involved in it, but I believe I remember Mike Tyson, he had some issues with drugs and drinking. And wasn't that the year of wasn't it 1997? Didn't he he bit off, was it the right ear of Holyfield? And then he bit off another piece at another time. He's a wild man. Tyson's a wild man. And I was gonna vote for Tyson, but even Tyson said that Muhammad Ali was the best, from what I remember. And Mike Tyson, it's not funny, but when it was in 2006, it was when I started driving a cab, 2006. And I wasn't too far away. I was like 10 miles away when it all happened. I was on North Scottsdale, off of Scottsdale Road, and I had found out from the cab drivers that Mike Tyson had just been arrested by drinking. He got into a bar. He was drinking, did some cocaine, and it was on Drinkwater, Scottsdale Road and Drinkwater. You just look it up, those cross streets. It was right there in 2016 that he got arrested because he almost rear-ended a police officer. That wasn't very positive. Probably could have. That's why you don't drink and drive. But yeah, he went to jail and all that stuff, and he had some tumultuous times, Mike Tyson. But I believe now he has come around to understand that drinking, driving, and drugs are very negative. Okay. That was just a little tidbit there I thought I'd throw out there since I was in Arizona when it was all going down. Um, but Mike Tyson, yeah, I put him up there. Mike Tyson, I'm going to have to go. He was number two. Mike Tyson's number two. Um, I think he's still fighting, and he's a different man. He's a changed man. In fact, actually, he tried to get Muhammad Ali to come over to Christianity because he's a Christian now. And from what I just wrote, if you go over my poem, the poem that I just read you, Muhammad Ali talks about Christ and the cross, and karma comes back to you. I mean, the whole gamut is fantastic. The poem, just go back and look at the poem again. It's one of the best poems I've ever come across in a long time. I know it's under truth, but you can't find it under that. They have it under me, we, at Harvard, which is a total lie. See, they don't want you to know about this poem of truth. You might be able to get it, but if you do, write it down. Or listen to the beginning of this episode of Live, and you'll have the whole thing of, all right. You got me going. I'm going to do it one more time for the latecomers. This is a fantastic poem. I'll try to do it a little faster and more rhythm. The face of truth is open. The eyes of truth are bright. The lips of truth are forever closed. The heart of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward. The gaze of truth is straight. Truth never has fear or doubt. Truth has patience to wait. See, patience is the sister of wisdom. See, he's hit all on these different levels. Truth never has fear or doubt. I've talked about fear, doubt, superstition. He's hit about everything that I've talked about. Okay, truth never has fear or doubt. Truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching. The voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple. All that you see, you reap. Karma. The soul of truth is flaming. The heart of truth is warm. The mind of truth is clear and firm in rain or storm. Facts are but its shadows. Truth stand alone. All sin. Great be the battle in life. Truth in the end will win. The image of truth is Christ. Wisdom message, its rod. Sign of truth is the cross. Soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal. I love this poem. I'm going to memorize it one of these days. But I've read it twice now for those latecomers. And I just love the song. It could be a song, I guess, but it's a poem of truth. Something we need today, we need tomorrow, and we needed it yesterday. Yeah, there is only one God. All three books are talking about the same events in the history of the God. Absolutely correct. Beargorn, you're a very wise individual. All 8 major religions have a different name for God, but it's the same guy. It's the same source. It's the same light. It is love, light, and understanding. And when any of those religions go against love, light, and understanding, that means somebody's interpreted something. They've rearranged the words. And that's what happens. They did it with Confucius. They did it with Gautama Buddha. They did it with Milarepa, Jesus. Every saint and sage that ever walked this earth that had something to say, they've changed the words around to where? This is what I'm saying. All these people that I've just spoke of, they are the ones that had an ideal of greatness of light. But somehow there's people that are out there that changed it all around to where they made these individuals an idol. So you're worshiping these individuals as an idol, and they never wanted to be worshipped as an idol. They were just saying peace, love, and understanding. And then the churches and mosques and everybody like that got a hold of these great people and made it to where you are idolizing them, which they never wanted. They wanted you to follow the ideal of one God, one source. It's within us and right above us. But you see, when you get away from that aspect and there's money involved, religion has money. So that is an aspect to where that's probably why it happened, you know. If you're just going to go with heaven is within, like Jesus said, well, why go to church? I'm sorry. It's not funny, but when I was an altar boy, I noticed more people dressing up just for the idea of, oh, look at her, and her, oh, the way they dressed up. And then when people came in like kind of rags and stuff because they were poor, oh, they were looked down upon. Well, what kind of concept is that? It's negative. That's what it is. That's when you look at people because of what they're wearing or their attire of, they're just not, they're doing the best they can. And maybe those are the people you have to give a hand up to. Not a handout. I didn't say handout. I said a hand up. And that's what we all should do. Don't give these bums money because they're probably going to go spend drugs and stuff. But if you go and get it like a gallon of water for them, some food, maybe some, if you had extra shoes or clothes that you didn't need, because you kind of know where they're at, drop it off for them. Now that would be very positive. Yeah, just throwing something out there for you. Yeah, substitution God. So, yeah, it's Monday. It's a day after the full moon, the corn moon. It's a crazy moon, but I think we're almost through it. We only got like maybe 2 more days because, as I said before, on the activity of the moon, whatever that live was, it's 3 days before, during, 3 days after. You're dealing with people that are, well, let's just say, maybe they're not as emotionally stable as they could be. So you're going to be dealing with these individuals, and it's nice to be prepared. That's all. So I went into that on the moon. I think, yeah, that's what it was. See, I took a picture of the moon the other day, and I changed my face for the moon. It's like a real pretty, kind of a oranges. Almost looks like well, a little darker than corn, I guess. It's not total yellow, but definitely has a nice color to it. That was the corn moon. So that's why I switched my face with that moon. Okay, it's easy to find. Just scroll through, see where the moon is. So Monday, I don't know. I guess Tuesday, I'm gonna try to get off work early. I'll try to be online live between 5 and 5:30. I'm shooting for 5. I'm doing the best I can. But other than that, anybody out there that's lasted this long with Uncle Martin, let me know what you think about the poem. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. Comment would be fantastic. Once again, once I repost this, I could have like hundreds of people watching. But son of a gun, once it's reposted, it shows only like one person. That's ridiculous. I already had like 8 or 10 thumbs up. How could I only have one person as a view? Doesn't make sense. How could this happen? I'm still trying to figure it out. So yeah, tell some friends about Uncle Martin if you want. Share Uncle Martin with a friend. That's it. And if you join Uncle Martin, I'll join your club if you have one. If not, it's time that you start. at least put your name in and just start that way, I guess, until you put up an episode, which should always be a true story, something in your life that you have witnessed or changed your life. That'd be an excellent one, because people want to hear true stories. They want to hear things that have changed your life. Yes, they do. Hey, we're at about 35 minutes. I got the birds singing, I got the cats screaming, I got some dogs that are not jumping up on my lap. But they will be fed, and we'll say until tomorrow, be well, God victory, and whatever you do, do it well. Till then, I'll see you soon.